Hey you guys, before I got into the video, I just wanted to talk briefly about my new ebook, Zodiac Signs Sex Language. Whether you're looking to improve your sex life and your dating life, or if you're just looking to expand your knowledge about astrology, this is definitely the right book for you. This book is meant to help you improve your sex life, your dating life, and your love life, your relationships, and to spice it up in the bedroom if need be, or to just once again help you learn more about astrology. So if you're interested in any of these things, if you're interested in learning about the different love languages and the different sex languages of the zodiac signs, definitely look into getting this book, Zodiac Signs Sex Language, written by me, edited by me, and designed by me, Lamarr Townsend. So you can purchase this ebook on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, or you can purchase it on Amazon, on the Amazon Kindle ebook store, all right? Or just amazon.com. All right, into the video we go. Thank you for listening and watching.
The moon sign in astrology rules our inner self, but there's more. So some people, I think, get confused and think that we are just our sun sign, but we are more than our sun sign. If you want to know more about your sun sign, check out my video where I talk about the sun sign and how it rules our higher self, okay? The moon rules our inner self in astrology in a birth chart. So when we look at our birth chart, and we look at the moon, by the way, in order to get your moon sign, you it is strongly advised that you know the time and the place that you were born, because the moon changes zodiac signs in the sky so often, like every few days. It's important to really pin down the day that you were born and the time that you were born, because the time, is also important, because the moon can change from hour to hour, so it really depends. But the moon sign in astrology is our inner self. It rules our emotional instincts and our emotional reactions to situations, okay? It also rules our sense of emotional security. So this is how we feel emotionally secure, all right? The moon sign also rules our connection to our family, our roots, and our foundations, our psychological connections to our foundations and our roots and our family, all right? And these are the things that our moon sign rules. The moon sign also rules our inner child, okay, our childhood, children, okay, our emotional connection to children, okay, whereas the fifth house rules how we kind of generally treat, react, and deal with children, okay? The moon sign is our emotional connection to children, okay? Because it's our emotional connection to our childhood. So the moon is very interesting because it rules Cancer, and Cancer is a water sign. So the moon actually rules the tides of the ocean, the water in the ocean. If you ever want to know what's going on with the ocean, look up at the moon, okay? Now, it's interesting because Cancers are also very, very sensitive people, very sentimental, psychic, emotionally intelligent people, okay? So the moon also rules our sense of emotional intelligence, our ability to read other people and their emotions, which is why moon and Cancers are typically so good at reading other people's emotions, right? Because Cancer is ruled by the moon rules emotions being synonymous and associated with water and astrology and tarot and all of those things, right? So, when we think about it in that way, any moon sign in the water signs denotes someone who is typically very emotionally intelligent, especially if their moon is in Cancer, because the moon rules Cancer. So Cancer, the zodiac sign, is ruled by the moon. Moon in Pisces, moon in Scorpio are very, very psychic, very intuitive, emotionally intelligent people. Now, there's varying level of degrees to this. There's Cancer, and then there's Pisces, who's more emotionally intelligent on a kind of worldly, global level, because Pisces is ruled by Jupiter. So Jupiter is all about expansion, culture, being cultured, and higher learning and things like that. And then there's Scorpio, who is emotionally intelligent, but on a very, very deep level, to the point that they can probably peer into your subconscious, because Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto rules the subconscious, right? So either way, the water signs, moon signs, tend to be very emotionally intelligent, right? So the moon in air signs, moon in Gemini, moon in Libra, moon in Aquarius. So my moon is in Libra, and the moon in air signs tend to be very intellectual, very emotionally intellectual people. So these are the types of people who intellectualize their emotions. These are the types of people who like to talk about their emotions and instead of feeling them. These are the types of people who probably like to intellectualize your emotions as well, right? Which can sometimes be a good thing, sometimes because it's good to know what you're feeling. It's good to pinpoint what you're feeling and be able to put a name to it, but sometimes you just have to feel the feeling, which is something that not all of the air signs are good at. Moon in Libra is someone, Libra's ruled by Venus, so this is someone who can be very, very low key, very level when it comes to their emotions. They try not to delve too far into the emotions. They try not to, think about them or feel them too much. They typically, the air signs are someone who will stimulate their mind in order to not feel the emotion at times, right? Because the moon rules our emotions. In terms of their connection to their family, this is someone who, the moon in air signs, specifically moon in Gemini and moon in Libra, who is very connected typically to their family, who has good interactions with their family, but isn't always someone who is the most emotionally available. Now, I'm not saying they aren't emotional, because Gemini and Libras are super duper emotional, but they're not the most emotionally available, especially moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. And Saturn is not emotional at all. My sun sign is in Capricorn, so trust me, I know what I'm talking about. But Uranus also is not too worried or concerned with emotions as well. Uranus rules technology, forward movement, progression, always looking ahead, always moving, ahead. So, the air signs aren't the most emotional people all of the time, especially moon in Aquarius. Aquarius can be very detached. So, a moon in Aquarius can be the type of person who can be emotional, once again, behind closed doors. This is the type of person who wants to reach out but has difficulty reaching out because they don't like to typically be seen as weak, because it's not in their typical nature to be seen as weak. Saturn hates being seen as weak, so because Saturn knows it's not weak, but there's strength actually in vulnerability, which is something that the air signs, and maybe especially moon in Aquarius, typically struggle with, is being vulnerable. Moving on, the earth signs, moon in Capricorn, moon in Virgo, and moon in Taurus. So these are very practical people with their emotions. So moon and earth sign people, for example, if they feel sad, they will do something to make them feel happy. They'll go out and buy something. They'll get up and clean. If they're like a moon in Virgo, they'll like organize things. If they're moon in Taurus, they'll go out and buy something nice for themselves. Maybe if they're moon in Capricorn, they'll work. They'll do something that kind of prospers them forward, that allows them to elevate their status in society. So once again, they may work towards their passions. These are very practical people in terms of their emotions. So, in terms of family, this is the practical family member that you want to go to. They give practical advice, especially moon in Virgo, because Virgos are so good at giving advice, because Virgos are ruled by Mercury. So Mercury is all about communication, intellect, the mind. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So here we have, once again, that kind of work ethic attitude, that, get her done, no complaining attitude. Saturn also rules time, karma, debt, the past. This is also our profession and our status in society, and our sense of responsibility. So Capricorn, moon and Capricorn people can be difficult to emotionally reach, because they can be so preoccupied with so many things that a lot of times their emotions can be hidden under, or burdened under, a lot of stress, under a lot of other things that are probably more important to them at the time, such as work. I need to get this done. I need to do laundry. I don't have time for emotions. I have so many things I need to do. That's a moon in Capricorn. Moon in Taurus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. So Venus rules, how we approach relationships, how we approach love and romance. It's also like to spend our money on, and our time doing. So once again, depending on their sun, this might be someone who likes to go out and buy themselves something nice, maybe likes to go out and have a nice dinner with friends or their partner. their husband or wife, or maybe just likes to have a dinner with themselves, Tauruses. The earth signs in general actually can be very, they don't mind spending time alone. Moon and earth signs don't mind spending time alone, whereas, like, for example, uh, the moon and air signs definitely like to be around people all the time, especially with my moon in Libra, which is a struggle for my Capricorn sun, because my Capricorn sun likes to be alone. But the moon and earth sign, or the moon and air signs, including Aquarius, like to be around people. They like to kind of talk about their emotions, because the moon rules emotions, and talk about what they're going through with other people, especially people that they can relate to and trust. Kind of the same thing with the water signs. The moon and water signs like to relate to people that they can connect with on the same emotional level, the same emotionally intelligent level, okay? So that's really important with them. The earth signs, not so much. I mean, it really depends on the other placements that they have going on, like their Mercury, their Mars, their Sun. Because whereas the Sun rules how we go about doing something, how we go about life, this is our life purpose and our connection to our higher self. Our Moon sign is how we emotionally react to the things that we come up against as we go about life, as we kind of navigate life with our Sun sign. So our Sun sign is, that kind of rough and tough, go get 'em attitude, depending on what sun sign you have. And our moon sign is how we emotionally deal with the things that we come up against, the people that we come up against, good or bad. So with that being said, the moon and fire signs. So moon in Sagittarius, moon in Aries, and moon in Leo. So the moon and fire signs are very expressive. They're very fiery. They are very emotional, but in the sense of expression. Think fire. Fire likes to spread out. Fire likes to make its presence known. Whereas water, can be very contained. So water and fire signs are very similar in being emotional and being emotionally intelligent. But whereas the water signs are more nurturing that emotion and helping you heal that emotion, or themselves healing that emotion, and going through that process. The fire signs are more so, yeah, well, I'm going to do something about it. Yeah, well, this is what I think about you. Like, it's that kind of energy where it's very spontaneous, very reactive, because the moon is our emotional reactions, our emotional instincts, so very fast reactive, especially moon in Sagittarius, okay? Now, my Mars and Mercury are in Sagittarius, so as you can already tell, I talk fast and I think fast. Now, when we think about the moon and we put Sagittarius in the moon placement and our emotional instincts and our emotional reactions to things, well, let's talk about this real quick. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, so Jupiter rules expansion, higher learning, higher education. This is also our ability to be tolerant of other people in different ideologies and cultures and social beliefs and things like that. So Jupiter also, sorry, I'm getting over a cold. Jupiter also rules the taboo. So Moon in Sagittarius is someone who you probably don't want to get on their bad side, alright? This is someone who is very emotionally aware, okay? And at times they can be aware to the point that they don't even realize they're aware, alright, of certain things until it comes up, and they're like, wow, I didn't even realize I knew that. I didn't even realize I said that. I can't believe I said that. That's Moon in Sagittarius. Very quick thinkers, very fast reaction. Moon in Aries is the same way as is Moon in Leo, okay? So Leo's ruled by the Sun, and the Sun rules, like I was saying, our vitality for life, our higher self, our connection to our life purpose, how we go about life, our self-confidence, okay? And Aries is ruled by Mars, so Mars rules how we express our raw energy, how we express our sexuality, and how we assert ourselves. So very strong people. Moon and fire signs are Moon in Leo, Moon in Aries. Moon in Leo is someone who is, when a Moon in Leo is in the room, whether they say something or not, just their presence is very alluring, very sunny, very bright, very, you want to know me, I'm fun, I am, I can make your day sunny, I can make your day bright, I am the light to your day, I am the sunshine to your darkness, and Moon in Aries is just someone you want to know, okay? Like, this is someone who carries themselves in a very regal, very approachable, but at the same time know your place kind of way, right? They're very fun, very open people, very, very open people, especially Moon in Aries and Moon in Leo and Moon in Sagittarius. Okay, very open people, Moon in Leo and Moon in Sag. Moon in Aries too, but it depends on their placement. I want to say almost a Moon in Leo and a Moon in Sag, especially Moon in Sag, are automatically going to be open-minded and more friendly, okay? Whereas a Moon in Aries might test you a little bit, because Mars likes to test. Mars likes to put pressure a little bit, right? Kind of like Saturn, just to see how far they can go with you, Aries. But very fun people, very for the most part approachable people, and just good people to have around you. They always know the right thing to say to make you laugh. They always are easily able to get along with all types of people and make friends of all different backgrounds and cultures. So, but this is, the Moon and fire signs, you don't want to get on their bad side. You just don't. No matter what their sign is, Moon in Sag, Aries, or Leo, they will get you together on the spot. Very reactive, right? So it's interesting because Moon in Leo, Moon in fire signs, and Moon in water signs are emotional, but on different spectrums, and it's kind of like the Moon in air signs and the Moon in earth signs are emotional, but on different spectrums. At the same time, they could be seen as not so emotional, but on different spectrums. So it's interesting how that flips water, fire, which is often seen as two opposing forces, and air and earth, which are often seen as two opposing forces, but the same. Like, you both need them. You need them both at the same time. It's interesting. I'm getting into a whole different subject now, okay? But this is the moon sign, okay, in astrology. This is our moon sign in a birth chart and a natal chart. So if you would like to find out what your moon sign is, or if you want to find out the other placements in your birth chart, such as your rising sign, aka your first house, your fifth house, which is all about romance and love, your seventh house, which speaks of marriage, or your Mercury, which shows how you like to communicate and what you are intrigued by, and Mars in terms of how you express your sexuality and what you're attracted to, and who is attracted to you, or your Venus, which speaks of how you approach love and romance. So there are so many other placements, such as the nodes, the south and north nodes, which are polar opposites of each other, and the Lilith, which is really important. So if you want to know all of that, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I would love to read for you. I also do tarot readings. I'd love to do a tarot reading for you, and messages from your spirit guides and more. I'm always adding new services to my website, so just check it out, okay? Namaste, love and light. Please like, share, subscribe. I appreciate your support, okay? Wishing you guys all of the best. Think positive, stay positive, and know your moon sign so you know how you react to things. My moon is in Libra, so I know I'm sensitive, and I know that I'm a diplomat, so I'm a good mediator. I'm good at seeing both sides of a situation, which kind of keeps me out of trouble, but at the same time makes me a good instigator, alright? So I need to know my moon sign, right? So, alright, love and light.
Hey guys, thank you for listening and watching. Please hit the like button, share with your friends and your family, and also please subscribe, of course. And if you're interested in my ebook, check out my ebook, purchase it on my website or on Amazon. I would also love it if you would follow me on my social media, Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, thank you guys for listening and watching, and I'll catch you in the next video, alright?